starting the recording also. Okay, cool. Okay, so when we talk about open learning, unschooling, homeschooling, there are many more terms: free schooling, home education, and so on. There are so many terms, and people get confused. And I like that confusion because that just shows that there is no one way, one term. It is a continuum. Sometimes you on one extreme is the totally structured schooling, and sometimes on the other end is the totally open learning, and you keep one keeps fluctuating here and there depending on what maybe what the family wants or what the child wants, and so on. So the request is, don't get caught up in the terms of homeschooling, unschooling, open learning, not just for this webinar, forever. And just see, let's see, uh, this is learning in different ways. So where you are at a moment, it doesn't matter. You could be at another way of doing it at another point of time, and it's all very open. So the beauty is the amount of options that you have. That's the beauty of I would say life. So when we started working with children, the main thought that we worked on, or rather we think open learning and schooling or homeschooling is about giving the child the leadership of himself or herself, where the child can learn and do what they like learning and doing. Yeah, that's the whole point of open learning. Um, and that is what we do at Arohi, because we feel that when the child becomes the leader, then yes, the child still needs support, and that is where the community comes in. That is where all the peers come in. That is where all the resources come in. So all those things happen. Obviously, the family is there, but the real thing is that the child is the leader, and yeah, the child needs a support system where we all are there. So what I want to do is to show a quick video of, you can get a sense of life at Arohi, where these children are all leaders of themselves. And in fact, this video is also made by a child. So in that sense, yeah. So let me play this video. It's just about a minute long video, and then we will hand over the mic to Mahim. Right. I hope you can see the video.
Connecting with people is amazing.
I like chit-chatting with my friends while eating.
An opportunity to take all the guests around the tour, around the campus.
Currently, I'm working on improving myself so I can play in a club next year.
I get resources and support to fulfill my passion for sketching.
I sketch many things of animals, birds.
In Arohi, I am a guest and I can find my space here, pursuing my interest on upcycling.
I drum to express my emotion and it makes me feel lighter. In bird watching, I learn a lot of things. What is color of bird, and
I like the time when I spend with the community playing sports.
I spend time doing projects related to cinematography and video editing.
I like organizing trips in Arohi क्योंकि your opportunity is to organize trips.
video making is awesome. It's productive and you get an awesome outcome.
I like to do electrical work. I've put many.
I connect with the planning here, gives me clarity.
I like playing with the cats. I learn crochet and teach others crochet.
எனக்கு சமைக்கிறதுக்கு இங்க ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்.
All the resources here are new to me to explore.
Okay, so that was a quick video about Arohi, which is open to all ages, open to all kinds of learning, and which works in the environment of a community. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is more than enough. We can move on to the main agenda, or rather, we can move on to the main story, which is Maheen, and his story and their journey. So is there a slideshow?
No.
Okay. So we can stop sharing. And Mahin, over to you.
Okay. Thank you. And first of all, I'd like to thank all the participants who are here to listen what I'm going to say. Go ahead, Ratnesh.
Yeah. No. It's all yours. You
Okay.
can
Okay.
maybe share whatever you would like to share for some time, and then over to the participants to ask you questions.
Okay. Fine. Before I start on the homeschooling, I like to emphasize on 2 points. One is homeschooling is I'm not here to say homeschooling is the best. I'm not here to promote anything. This works for my family. That's it. I'm not here to talk anything about the people who are going to school. Okay, so it worked for me, and it's especially with the family. Second, I always in the homeschooling we always believe every child is unique. It's obvious, but it took some time for me to really realize. So just give about how this homeschooling started within our family. Always I had a thought in my school days, I was the topper in my school. I did good in my college, not because of my, because of my knowledge or something. I'm good in memorizing things. I'm a good micro SD card those times. And I had a good handwriting. These are the 2 things which made me to sail through this. To be very honest, my basics were 0. It really impacted me when I started searching job. I attended 26 interviews. In all the interviews, I passed the aptitude and the general discussion and all the stuff, but I couldn't pass my technical capability because the basics are not clear for me. Somehow, through recommendation, I got a job, and yeah, somehow, now I am somehow. Okay. So, but I was very clear. I don't want my next generation to be like that. That was very clear, but I didn't know what to do. They were put in normal schools and they were continuing their schools. But as I mentioned in my story, yeah, my best half, she was telling me one fine morning, okay, I heard something called homeschooling. Our kids won't go to school. That was a shocker of the day because anything you can do, but this is totally something, it's a really shock because now your kids are not going to school. You're almost spoiling the future. So I did a quick homework because when she says, she will do. Okay, so better I'll do the homework. So I did a quick homework and I met a couple of homeschooling parents. But I started finding some interesting facts and started seeing those kids. So I thought, why not give a try? So that's how the homeschooling started. But initially it was a big, I think I had a tough time because when I used to call from the office and ask Glory, hey, what the kids are doing? At 10 o'clock in the morning, Glory will say, hey, they are sleeping, they're watching TV. I get irritated and I get restless. But this is the initial phase, which each and every parent will undergo. Because that's a transition, am I right? You're going to do something different with respect to the normal society. But over a period of time, we found homeschooling is not only for kids, it's for the family. I started learning with my kids. They started teaching because honestly speaking, I'm also starting from the scratch because, my basics were not clear. So we started enjoying that. And we finally figured out homeschooling is not only academics. Academics is one of those 20 or 15 items in homeschooling. So we started exploring gardening, started exploring cooking, everything, each and everything we started exploring. That's how we found it was really interesting to us as a family. And of course, homeschooling is nothing but along with the family. There is nothing called only for the kids. Both the parents as well as the kids, they need to be engaged. So we started the journey. We started visiting different places, and my kids and my wife, they attended a couple of projects in Maharashtra, in Andhra Pradesh, and we started trekking. So slowly we found it became interesting, but always at the back of mind, we had a thought, are we doing something correct? Because I'm ready to do anything for me, but not for my kids. I was very clear. But end of every year, to make it do the checks and balances, what we do is every year I take back my kids to the normal school. We go through the admission process, and I'll ask them, hey, do you guys want to join back the school? You have an option. It's not like it's 100% we need to do homeschooling. If you're not fine with that, you can go back. But fortunately, unfortunately, every time they told, Papa, I don't want to go there. Let's continue. So that's how it started. And after, I think then I started meeting a lot of people, and especially we also went to Arahi. We used to stay in Arahi. I met a lot of homeschooling parents. There we found there are a lot of things which we can do apart from the monotonous stuff which we are doing currently, and a lot of eye openers. Today, I can say proudly that we are less plastic family. I can't say no plastic, but less plastic family. And we are also trying to follow the minimalistic stuff. And we also started to enjoy the joy of giving back to the society. So it has become as a part of our value system, not only preach things, you need to do things. So those are the things which made us more happy. So that's how it continued. And it has come to the point where I left my corporate job and started something in those lines, so that my next generation, my kids, should follow that. Not only they do something, but they should be able to make a way for the future generation. So it's really good. Oh, these are all the good things of the homeschooling. But there are a couple of times where we felt a lot of societal pressure, and especially with a lot of advices from your well-wishers. Of course, it's with a good intention, but like continuously hearing, because when you go for any gathering, first thing they'll ask, hey, your kids, where are they studying? So I say homeschooling. So which part of Bangalore? I say at home. What do you mean by that? So you teach at home? I say, hey, homeschooling is not teaching. So what do you do? So, it will be an interesting conversation, but at the end of the day, they really feel they give their sympathy and empathy to us. And also, in our community, we are the only one who started homeschooling. And with other kids, they won't allow our kids to mingle. These are all initial things which we had. But end of the day, we are pretty much sure this is the right path to go. So in a nutshell, we are continuing that, and I'm happy to see both Talir and Kavin. I hope they are in the right path, and they have a platform to expose or experiment a lot of new things. I'm not sure what they're going to do in the future. That's something different, but I'm sure they have an exposure of whatever possible they did. So it's so far so good. So far so good. That's my journey.
Yeah, Mahin, you did share in your story where what Kavin is doing and Talir is doing. Can you little more share or the same what you have written maybe?
Okay, so I'll take Talir because she okay. Talir, she went to school till UKG, and after that she's a very studious kid in terms of not in study, but no, she always some kind of a energetic, much energy there, and we found she had a lot of good qualities in her. So when we pulled off, she is good in experimenting so many things. Today she takes care of the complete family in terms of cooking, and she knows tailoring, and she even stitches her own dresses, and she moves with people easily. She's like me. Once she switches on, she won't switches off. She on and on and on. But she likes that. She is more of a people's person. She doesn't like math, of course. So I think that way she's able to mingle with people and do things on her own. She's a happy kid. I'm happy. There are two things which I like about her. She sleeps very well and she eats very well. Apart from that, I didn't know what she does, but these are the two things I really like my daughter doing. With Kavin,
And now you no more call from office and check what is Tali doing.
no way. They are calling me. In fact, they are calling me. I'm now actually I'm done. I'm retired now, so I'm taking care of my passion. Because I need to mention this because as a parent and especially as a mother, she has put a lot of efforts. Because even after starting homeschooling, I go to my office, am I right? But she has to be with the kids, and Glory managed everything.
Glory is there in the call also, but she requested that mine will talk, not Glory.
Well, you do all the talking part because you're not doing anything else. So I don't fine. Whatever comes to me, I'll do it. She's from R&D department, so she will do all the stuff. So that way, I think she took care of them, engaged them, and she always comes with some new idea. Every morning, we don't know what idea she comes with, and always it's like an R&D department. So she was able to give so much of time. And also what we do is we also had some time for us. Just to give a typical routine. They start morning at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. They start with the meditation and they go for the yoga. And Kavin goes for basketball. Talil goes for cooking and all the stuff. In the morning, they start with some theory and I need to thank KhanAcademy.com. I have not met Mr. Khan, but if I meet him, I really thank him because there are a lot of people who are selling content with paid content. But I'm just telling you, KhanAcademy.com has the whole universe. You need not go to any, I don't want to name anybody, but here you have free online content, so much of online content, which is very useful. Codeacademy.org, code.org, a lot of free online sites where you can learn, and Kavin explored all the stuff. He created, coming back to Kavin, he's a very serious kid for the outer world. And he started his, one day he told he wanted to do something on the cycling. And one of my friends helped me to do some puncture for the cycle. Then thereafter he started, and he worked in as an intern in Hosur. It's called Royal Cycle Mart. He worked there for a month, and he started his company called Smooth Rides. Till now it's on. He has his own website, and people call, and he goes on site. I also go with him, and whenever I go, people ask me to repair, but I don't know anything basics of that. I clearly tell, hey, he's the guy who's going to do. I'm just a helper or assistant to him. So he started with that. Then he's passionate about basketball, and that is his, like Drupad, football. He's passionate about basketball. He also represents Beagles Club. And he's an intern in Dad and Dude. He's doing technical stuff. So what happens? That is, nothing is rocket science. That's what I figured it out after homeschooling. And I somehow I don't give a rating to all those marks. That just a business card to do something. That doesn't mean anything. After homeschooling, I strongly believe every individual has a unique strength. You need to give them an opportunity to explore that strength. If they find it, if they convert that passion into profession, they will do wonders. So we need to have patience. Somehow we had. We didn't have any choice, but we had. Yeah, he also did the permaculture in Zahirabad. He went and met in Sapna Ranch in Maharashtra. So I think traveling gave a lot of exposure to these kids. That's one thing I really felt, a lot of learning in traveling. That's one thing. So Kavin is on his own now. He's earning. So he's on his own now. He's doing it. So I think overall, both the kids are on their own. So it's a happy journey for us. But of course, we had ups and downs. Ups and downs, but that's part of any system. So I was under the impression if at all they come and say, hey, I want to go back to the school, I'm okay. We both are okay for that. It's nothing like we took homeschooling and say, hey, we need to do homeschooling and we need to do something different. No. We told and especially we clearly told Kavin and Talil, we are practicing homeschooling, which is because we like it, our family want to do. Let us not go and propagate homeschooling. That's not the way to do that. Am I right? People who are going to school, they have their own ambitions. Their goals may be something different. So we clearly know that it fits for us. We're enjoying. As long as we're enjoying, we'll do it. So far, we're enjoying. I think Kavin wrote his exam also, but he told Appa it's really boring. I'm not sure whether he's going to write his 12th exam, but he wanted to get a feel of how exams are conducted. So I asked him to appear directly for the 10th exam. Unfortunately, because of COVID, they did all other assignments and assessments and everything. And without writing exam, he got the certificate. So there also, he could not do anything. So he passed now. He's 10th class, 10th grade pass. So I thought, okay, we just carry this. And apart from that, they do Mridangam and flute, because I always felt this art and culture is a rich, a lot of good resources are there in art and culture. Unfortunately, I could not follow that, or I could not practice that, but they're able to do that also. So it's good. So far, so good.
Yeah. Can you quickly also little share about Dad and Dude and where he's interning with you only? Quick, because I think that's quite connected with your story, what you're doing in Dad and Dude.
Yeah. So Aditi, I also co-founded one more company called Inamon, especially for this kind of schooling, people for the children of this, because I felt there are, like for example, for Kavin and Talir, we are there to guide them, or at least to direct them. Think about those kids. They don't have any facility. They don't go to school. So what they will do? So for them, I started my second startup called Inamonk, especially, and the tagline of Inamonk is "Now every child can dream." Okay, that's anyway. I'll leave it that, and I'll come to Dad and Dude. Dad and Dude is nothing but
a little more, yeah.
Dad and Dude is nothing but the name is this generation, next generation, taking care of this planet by reducing e-waste. So I always believe in giving back to the society, because we all complain, am I right? Our manager is not good, our partner is not good, our spouse is not good, our kids are not good, and so many things. But what we have done, what we have contributed to the solution, we have not done anything, right? So until unless we contribute, we don't have any rights to talk about it. So I strongly believe in that. So on that basis, I started Dad and Dude, because there are a lot of e-waste which are generated. So Dad and Dude, what it does, it accumulates all the e-waste or the used computers from corporate individuals, refurbishes and give it back at an affordable price. And not only that, we conduct a workshop for the kids, because always it felt a computer is something black box. So we do go and conduct workshops, and especially Kavin and Talir help me a lot, because when I go and conduct something, people feel, hey, to do all the stuff, we need to reach 50 years like uncle, but that's not true. When Kavin and Talir can do, yes, we can do. Am I right? So that's the intention. And currently what he's doing is he's taking care of the technical part of Dad and Dude. He's taking care of my finance because he wants to pursue his career in commerce and computers. So he wanted to start with finance. But, like when you start with a company, not only finance will help you, you need to understand the core competence of the company. So now he is taking care of the technical part. So he's an intern in Dad and Dude, doing how to repair laptops, desktops, how to install operating systems, and all those things which is related, and also to promote reduction of e-waste. So when somebody comes and give a laptop in a carry bag, how can you put it back and give back to them, and tell them not to accumulate gadgets? That's one of the objective which we are doing. Anyway, I think the first workshop started at Arohi. I still remember this was 3 years back. Am I right, Aditi?
Yes. And Kavin was there with you during that workshop. And it was quite amazing how you let children open the laptops, and then, it somehow...
I strongly believe if you give the freedom to them, the first thing I tell in my workshop is, hey kids, go and break it open, man. If you don't touch it, then it's an issue. Go break open. Don't worry. The moment you give the freedom, I have seen kids, they take much more responsibility. But as a parent, we don't. But we want our kids to be Steve Jobs and Bill Gates without doing anything, right? So
Yeah. So I think you were also talking about your typical day, and you cover the half part after morning cooking
yeah,
and
I get this.
yeah. So if you can just
Second half,
meanwhile, the people, if you have any question, you can start typing in the chat window, or you can also come in mic once Mahin share the daily routine with us, and then we can take it forward. Yeah, yeah, Mahin, please go ahead.
the second half, it's always the first half is always they go through khanacademy.com or they do something. And initial periods, they write something, for the sake of to pacify the parents. But they over a period of time they started charting their own schedules. Second half is always a project. They do some projects, either it's a gardening or a cooking or anything, something related to electronics, whatever they do. Second half is always a project. 4:30, they go to, both of them were in basketball, Kavin and Talib. One sport we really want them to be there. So both of them, they go out at 4:30, they come back at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Fortunately, we had a very good community. Still, we are there. So they go out. So see, that one thing always people ask, hey, do they not miss the interaction of the kids? Oh man, they didn't have time. 4:30 to 7:30, fully. Because, and 8 o'clock they come back, take bath, and they're already tired. They read some book, they do some music and all that stuff. 9:30 the day. So never ever we felt we had enough time. Because we know as a homeschooler, we also believe, they always look up at their parents, right? We cannot preach. They're all matured kids. So we also do all our household chores by us. Somebody cooks. I take care of, my specialty is bathroom cleaning, toilet cleaning, and sweeping, mopping. And Glory takes care of cooking and all the stuff. Talir, all the purchasing outside and everything. Kavin takes care of the vessels cleaning. So everybody has their own, we have our own departments, and we take support from each other. Right? So that's one thing. That's a great learning, because you tell homeschooling and you have people to help you. I don't think so. That doesn't work. So that's one thing. And apart also, like the minimalistic part, that was interesting to me. I used to have 45 pants and 73 shirts. I never wore, I don't know. But over a period of time, it's not only affordability. You're killing the resources.
Yeah, please go ahead.
You're spoiling the resources, right? So that one thing really, I think for me, it's a learning from homeschooling. So now I have reduced to, like, it's good. We felt and we started practicing. Last time I bought a new shirt, I think probably 7 years back. I also get from my brothers and all. Why not? Right? I'm using. So
yeah,
that's something, and especially Arohi also was inspired me in this, because I saw each and every place. You clearly mention what you guys are doing here. How many liters of water you're using here? I think that's a fantastic thing which I observed from Arohi. That was a learning from Arohi for me. So I think that's one thing which I really learned. And plastics. And Glory, for others, she is my wife. Glory is like, oh man, like she is really into this organic, no chemicals and limited resources and all. She drove us. Literally, she drove us. We literally carry a plate and a spoon to all the birthday parties and all. Initially, it was tough, but over a period, but the moment we started, feeling the impact, we don't believe in preaching. Charity starts at home. Do not go and tell somebody to do that. First, you do yourself. If you do, and if you are convinced, people will see it. So that was something which we are very careful in each and every step. Whatever we do, we want to make sure that we don't spoil this world. At least we'll give whatever we can from our side. The joy of giving, we really enjoy that.
Yeah, great listening. Mine, I have been listening to you otherwise also, but yeah, I think it's always nice to listen one more time and go through the story, which is quite beautiful. I've met Talir and Kavin, and it's quite beautiful to work with them. Uh, yeah, I think someone is logged in as Redmi. If you can rename yourself, that would be nice. The person is asking, how do you enroll them for teen sports? Where do they get exposure?
So we had a coach for Covenant Talir, a basketball coach. He came to our community and he started coaching them. And he guided us to Malleshwaram basketball and Karnataka team. And also, we had a coach who fortunately,
Was
yeah,
guided.
guided us to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Hope that helps you to get answer for your question. Lakshmi is asking, did you have issue with screens with your kids? Did you have structure at home or it was interest based? So I think there are two questions. One is to do with the screen,
So, like
and
you're
the
talking
second
about,
is to do with did you have any structure for the interest or it was interest based?
it was interesting. We didn't do it. See, first of all, I don't want to be in a structure. First thing, we want to come out of a structure. So it was a little bit, I don't know, people believe or not, but okay, we don't want to have a structure. 9 to 9:10 you do, and 10 o'clock you do. So that's not the way we want to structure it. We told you guys start with it. That's it. So absolutely there was no structure. Absolutely it was, I think you can call it a chaos, but that's fun. That's fun. I am a person, I can't tolerate this chaos. But over a period of time, I don't know, fight against Romans or join the Romans. So I did it. So, but I started enjoying it. I started enjoying that. No structure gives you a lot of surprises. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But like every day is a surprise for us.
I think a lot of credit goes to Glory for.
Lot, all. I think she's there in the. So I'm.
Yeah, Glory, would you like to add something to this because you are the person behind it? Maybe.
I'm not sure she's going to stop.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, absolutely fine. Whenever you feel, please unmute yourself, and then we would like to hear you. So the screen part. Did you have any issues with the screens? Because that's again one of the very common question asked, that if homeschooling means children at home and getting into gadgets, and so.
That's an evolution. You can't do anything else, right? You can't say 40 years back we didn't do, but we can't punish them. Okay, but one thing what we did is, okay, they had obviously they need to go through a lot of online stuff and everything, but we engaged them. We didn't have any issues, absolutely. Even when you want to watch a movie, we all sit and watch a movie, they browse and all, but we gave that freedom and trust, saying that, hey, guys, you're going online, but make sure our value system is this. That's it. Yeah. We didn't have any issues, and a lot of online stuff, obviously they need to go through, but we didn't have issues because most of the time they go for their Kalari Paitu class, Karin goes to his Mridangam class, and Taliran goes, so they're roaming around a lot of time. So they didn't have any issues with this screening.
Yeah, so also the key thing which you said is that, we find that there's less time in the day, there's so much to do. Exactly. So even when the children are engaged in many different forms, then there are no boundaries of screen, issues. Yeah, there are some children who gets drawn towards, but then they are engaged into many different things also. Yeah. Tarun is asking question related to Arohi. So Tarun will park your, okay, I think I did inform all of you. Arohi related question will park little towards the end. Once let interact with Mahin, and then we can come back to Arohi related question. So I'll skip Tarun right now your question. But did what someone try to speak on the mic? I heard.
Yes, Aditi, this is Glory. Good evening.
Finally.
No, I didn't get time to talk. Like Mahin was talking non-stop.
This is the outcome of homeschooling.
Now it's your time. All your time, Glory, would please.
Yes, I just want to answer that structured thing. Actually, kids were having kind of structured, unstructured. What I mean is, they would schedule their time. They would plan their day. So like it is structured for them, not under our control or like maybe with our guidance, but they would plan their day. It could be anything. Today I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep. Yeah, well and good. But today I want to do stitching or cooking or eating, writing, whatever it is. So they would plan their day on their own. That is about structured thing.
Yeah. So I think Lakshmi is asking that. That's what I mean about. I understand, Lakshmi, what you're talking about. That is there any structure which you made, or as Mahin was also saying, something came out of that, whatever was happening. So yeah, so nice, Glory, to share that how unstructured structures comes in place when children are creating their own day, own week, own learning.
Correct.
As you said, the planning they do by themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Manushi,
The other one also, like for the screens, I would say, like when we say like don't watch this, not to watch that, that doesn't help them. If we
yeah.
give more interesting thing than that, like they would tend to be like sticking to the other one which is of their interest.
Yeah.
We will say like don't do that, but they will not know what else to do.
Oh yeah.
That's when the tough time comes. Otherwise, if they are like put into the things which they are interested in, they would be interested in, and this challenge would be easily mitigated.
Yeah, very very nicely, Glory, you have put it, that if you want to say stop, that you don't watch the TV whole day, then what else can I do? I think that replacement is quite, or available, that should be available to the children, as Mahin was also saying, that presence of how Glory has invested time being with them, doing with them. I think that makes a lot of difference. Manushi is asking, you had mentioned that year by year they give admission exam and interviews. Is there any particular curriculum you followed or books you referred to?
No, Aditi.
Yeah, Glory, yeah.
No curriculum, or initially like what they were doing in school, that's have been followed.
Okay.
And slowly like they were out of that, and actually like when Kavin wanted to do his exams, and after reading everything, he was telling like next exams I'm not doing. The reason I asked why, then he said like everything I feel outdated. Nothing is practical is the outcome. So but every year they were not what was the question? It was like every year they were giving exams or something.
No, I think
They
it
didn't do
was, yeah, it was in the reference to that, they were given the option that they can go to the school anytime, and
every now and then we kept asking them. Sometimes we'll take them to the school ground, and we will ask them. So every kid is going for the admissions, everything, like would you be interested? So that time, like only thing they were thinking that they would be missing their school friends. But other than that, like we used to go to their families for their family time with other school friends. When Kavin had school friends, we used to visit them very often. And after that, like they were not interested to go to school, maybe like because they got comfortable at home, probably.
Yeah, but did you follow any time books or anything? I think Mahin mentioned Khan Academy is the one which you are following.
Initially, and later on, like they could find their own area of interest. Talir was never into this Khan Academy. She used to watch cooking channels and stitching channels, so like it's on their choice.
Yeah.
But they will plan their day. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah. Amita is asking, how did your children respond initially on this change from schooling to now homeschooling?
Could you please repeat that?
How did both the children respond to this change?
Mahin, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I will. So, see, initially it was tough. What we did is every 1 hour there will be a roll call, attendance, and performance. 10 o'clock, what is their performance level, and 11 o'clock. At one point of time, I told boss, if this is the way you guys are going to treat us, better put us back in school. Straight away they told, Appa, Amma, if we are going to do this, we were so happy at our school.
Yeah.
Right? But over a period of time, we also, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge. because anxiety, am I right?
Yeah.
Are we in a totally different world? Are we in a cloud nine doing something? We want to do something different, but we are, idiot enough to do something. We are spoiling so many things.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there is no formula. Every parent will go through it. And
Yeah,
yeah.
initially it went up to that level, like I wanted to utilize each single time of theirs to the core, like to the maximum. So
Yeah.
it was happening, and then finally every day, I would say, like every time it evolved, every month and year on year, like it evolved to a situation that, like, okay, be a good human being. That is the, I mean, learn some life skills and be a good human being. That is what it evolved to. But initially, yeah, it was like, no, homeschooling was really homeschooling on home education, but it evolved into a different level actually.
Yeah, so I think that's quite an important point. What both of you have shared is when we start homeschooling, uh, some many of these doubts, anxiety comes, and out of those anxiety, we do a lot of things. Like, for example, impose the curriculum onto the children, or keep on checking, are my children at par or not. Many of these anxiety, which I think we need to just accept that, yeah, these are, and then move ahead with that flow, with that kind of a thing, and then see how things are falling. And both of you also mentioned that you kept on doing something, kept on meeting people, kept on looking for I remember you both coming with family even to Arohi, spending time with Arohi, traveling to different places, meeting different people, going into different gatherings where the homeschoolers or unschoolers are gathering. Um, so, so, so the one who are listening, and then if you are planning or have started your homeschooling or wondering where am I right now and kind of a thing, that's what it's a kind of a comfort that it's just the journey, just journey started. Yeah, things will fall in place, may fall in place. We really
Two
don't know.
things, two things I wanted to state here, Aditi.
Yeah, please.
Actually, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. And actually, this is a nightmare. Like when we started homeschooling, like I was into so many groups, Facebook, homeschooling group, this group, that group, like you will be lost in that all internet groups.
Yeah.
Then finally, I realized we should choose like what works for us. We will be like, get compared with every other child and every other family. Oh, they are doing this, that, and it is not going to help us by any means. Okay, like finally I realized I should take a path, or like I should choose like which works for me. So that is one thing. And second thing, the mothers, they will not have their own space. So I realized that, like, and then every day I will send them like from 3:30 to 8, they will be out of home. Like you go out and play with children and come back. That space like we should have. Otherwise, like, no, you'll not have your individual time.
Yeah.
So these two things we have to have it for a happy living.
Yeah, I think Lakshmi is also asking any challenges with finding friends for kids.
Finding friends for kids, what I observed in these two is like, um, I observed the school. I'm not saying anything wrong about school going children or other thing, but I just, this is my observance. The kids who are going to school, they would tend to cling on to that their age level of kids. But these kids, like when they are exposed to like meet different people, for them, everybody, I mean, initially when we were in the community, like there were very less kids and very less families. That time, the security guards, the people who are cleaning the society, they were friends. So they don't look for any friends of their age.
Yeah.
They would be like freely interacting with each and everyone they are meeting. So that hesitance was not there. Like their friends are everybody around them. It's not only children. So and they will be open to any conversation or like anyone they meet. That's what I feel actually.
Mahin, you were saying something you want to.
No, actually, that's what. First of all, say friends, there is nothing called you need to move with somebody. Right? Homeschooling is nothing but you need to learn from each and every individual you meet in your life.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you can go to school and mingle with only set of people. Right? So here, that's where the learning is. Right? According to me, every individual in this planet, they can teach you something. So,
and actually, another perception, Aditi, I was also a teacher for a year in a school. Like the kids are not allowed to speak in the school at all. And only time they get to speak is either during the lunchtime or in the bus travel or during the sports time. But that also there are restrictions. So like, okay, that's a wrong perception probably. Yeah, they'll have good friends, yes, but they are restricted to, talk freely.
Yeah. Tarun is asking, did you follow any curriculum and any assessment?
No. I don't believe in exams and assessments. To personally, like, see, exams, I would believe that, okay, exams would be a thing like for the teacher to assess the kid. It's not for what is that? Exams are like when they are writing for the 3 hours, at that time we are assessing the kid. So like, I don't believe in exams. So we didn't have any assessments or exams.
Yeah.
Only that 3 hours or 2 hours, what they remember and write. That is what that we cannot assess them based on that.
So Tarun is also asking if they want to go back to school, will there be mark sheet or any issues?
That I have not explored, but what I've heard from friends is there are schools which encourages like homeschooling kids. But really, I've not explored in that angle.
Yeah, so I also want to add to it. There are a number of children who have, in my experience from Arohi or even otherwise in this community of homeschooling and schooling, have gone back to school when children wanted to go back to school. And at least in Arohi, I haven't met any parent coming back to us and then saying that my child didn't get the admission in the school where they wanted to. So normally schools ask for admission test equivalent to wherever age or whatever the child is looking for, and we do preparation before, if we know that okay, now the child is inclined or the family is inclined to go back to school. And they realize that more or less a lot of things have been covered, what is the academic standard people are asking for. But if there are certain things which you need to catch up with, the children do that during that preparation time, and then they appear for an entrance exam. And then and one of the thing is also that like for example, we have a I guess she was 7 or 8 when she went back to school, and she herself spoke to the principal. They went around with parents, they talked about what you have been doing, and then they said very openly that we have been homeschooling. And they also prepared kind of, it was not a mark sheet, but the kind of a skills which the child has worked on, a kind of a documentation of what all has been happening in all these years. And that was quite interesting how schools took it. 2 or 3 schools she got admission, and all of them were quite, it was new for them. Maybe they are not used to of such kind of a thing, but when you present it to the people do receive it with I will say with joy. That, oh, okay, fine, there is another way of doing it. Maybe it's a new thing for them. And then many of the time these conversation ends up in understanding more about homeschooling than the school admission. I think that is one of the anxiety when some of the parents who are trying to get into the homeschooling, that will the children will get back to school and they're not. It does happen. It's just that you need to talk to the world about it. World may not be used to of these stories. The world may not be used to of these ways of learning. But when we talk, when we share our stories, it makes a difference. So that's about. Tarun is saying, Glory, you spoke my heart. I think when you talked about the assessment, is that what, Tarun, you're talking about? I think Shanti is asking, Mahin, you were mentioning about that every child has a dream, that project. So it has come privately to me, Shanti. It hasn't reached the people. Maybe your setting is to me. It says the will the project works for education deprived and caste oppressed community. Wouldn't it lead to Kula Kalvi again in Indian environment? Shanti didn't understand what you're saying.
Probably she's talking about the new. Okay, so Shanti, you tell.
Yeah. So maybe I can yeah, I can move ahead. So Manush is asking, how easy is it to homeschool if both parents are working?
This is an easy question from anybody. But see, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing called easy or difficult. If you enjoy the journey, it's up. In the journey, you have ups and downs. You need to enjoy the journey. There is no formula. Nobody
No,
can
the-
say because it depends on the family.
No, in the question is different. If both
parents are
parents are working, yes, Diti, like I think it would be difficult if both the parents are working and going to office, because I was also in corporate. Like I did quit corporate not for homeschooling, but like when I quit corporate, I could realize the passion. Then that's when like I could realize my passion. But like when I was in corporate, I was enjoying my career. I had a good career growth. But when I took a pause, that's when I realized what is my passion, and that drove me to homeschooling. And then and actually when we both left corporate, and we really exhausted our savings, and that was also there actually. And then I realized I need financial support for my family. Then I could always get back to. Now I got back to corporate work because at least one financial assistant, one person's financial assistance is there. Life would be a little smoother because the system is like that. So like Mahen is in his passion now. I'm giving I mean financial support, working from home. So if both the parents are working, I think we need to take a call like how to mitigate this challenge. At least we need to take a break. At least we need to show them by living, to show them like how they have to live. We cannot teach anything. At least they have to watch us living the way we want them.
Yeah.
So we need to take a call that way.
Yeah. Mahin, you want to add to this?
Yeah, that's correct. Because I always when homeschooling was started, she was taking care and I go to work. So obviously, see, one of the parents, they have to be there. At least one of the parents.
Yeah. So also, I think what I also want to add to it is that, in a way, I think it's not that any of us are not working. Whether we are at home or whether we are going to the job, so we have our own set of things to do. Neither children are free, they are also working. But finally what we want, and as Glory was saying, how do we organize things for ourselves, which may mean that maybe taking a break for some time, which may mean maybe adjusting to, say, work from home, or a different kind of an opportunity, but finally it depends on what is that you are looking for. And that's how you analyze your working. And even if both parents are working, maybe you will work it out. Somebody, as Glory and Mehan both are saying, that somebody is there with the child, somebody who understands the child, somebody who's able to guide the child, someone who can work with the child, because the children need presence of adults around them, to be with them, not always to teach them, but to be with them for their support. So hope, Manushi, that helps you. I think Manushi was also saying that my child is very young, around 2 years 10 months, but everyone is skeptical about the socializing. She's the only child. Someone also mentioned that maybe in your case, two of them are there, you didn't feel any of the thing, but it's a single child. What do you say about that?
So, Aditi, it's not a single child. As she rightly said, two kids were there. You have a pros and cons also. You need to manage two kids, right? Two mess. You need to clean two mess, or you need to live up with one. So it's more of how you engage with your kids, right? It's not the numbers. Okay. So I want to mention there are a lot of homeschooling parents we used to meet when we travel to different parts of the country. They have a single child. They travel to one more within Bangalore. We used to meet a lot of homeschooling parents were there. We used to meet. So it doesn't mean that if you have a minimum two kids, then you're qualified for homeschooling. That's not the way. But with single child, you find one more homeschooling parent and start moving with them.
Yeah.
That's how you find a way.
Yeah, and also I think it depends on the child. Even though Kavin and Talid are two children, but they're two very different children. Yeah. So similarly, your child might be different. Your child may not need the people, so then child will not seek out the people. Your child may need the people, and the child will seek out wherever. As Glory was saying in the beginning, that there were less people, but then whosoever was the human around them, they made the friendship with them. And when we allow this kind of openness to them, when we live with the life around us, then all these boundaries are broken. Then children are not born with that, I need to make friends with only with my age group, only with my kind of a people. They just connect with different things around them. They connect with uh, things which they want to connect, like us. Yeah, we also, many of us don't have friends because we don't want friends at this moment, but we don't interact with a lot of people, not that we don't have people to interact with us. So similarly, uh, and also we are not living in isolation, as Mahin was saying and Glory was saying. There's an apartment, there are people around, there are society, there are people, children go to different places, children meet different people, so and that's how they make connections. So Manushi, if that helps you, your child is 3-year old and maybe she is creating her own connection with different people, how she's responding to different yeah. Yep. So yeah, I think we are also moving toward the towards the end of this webinar. Tarun, will take care. You can stay here for some more time, and then we can little chit chat about you. You were asking about the support to homeschooling, but before that, if anybody also has, I saw someone raising hands. If you want, you can just come directly on mic. Or if you have any other question to Mahin and Glory, both of them, you can put it up. Mahin and Glory, you want to share? You did share in the between that two things which you want to talk about the homeschooling, but anything else you want to just share from your experience?
So more than experience, probably I'll give some forward-looking statements or support. It's not only for the homeschooling, for any kid in the country or our state. So we have from Dad and Dude as well as from InnerMonk, we have created labs, especially for the kids to come and play, do some science projects, and take away, make science as a fun rather than a subject. So that's the direction which I'm traveling now. We are able to get a lot of kids engaged in that. If any of those participants, if they want to really come and explore those labs, these are all only as a passion we are doing. There is no commercial on that.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that every kid, especially those kids who cannot have any access, we want to really give them a platform to expose themselves with a lot of findings, right? Especially with science, and we are able to guide them, handle them. So if anybody wants to really explore that, be in touch with Aditi. Aditi, you have my number.
Can you also, if you're comfortable, if you can put your number in chat window so people
Sure,
can.
I'll put the website as well as the number.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
This is one of the startups. The other one is Dad and Dude. If some kid wants to come as an intern, they're also welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody want to intern?
No qualification. Passion is the only qualification. Nothing else.
Laptop.
Whenever you pass by Atibele, you just walk in like Ratnesh and Aditi do. Right. Just come, ask your kids to explore. We are open to do all the stuff. That's all.
Yeah. So it's not that only if you're homeschooling you can connect
Yeah,
with them. You
yeah.
can anytime you can connect with them and
Even the parents, not only for kids, it's also for the parents. I am still learning, so I'm just.
yeah. Glory, you want to share from your experience or anything which you would like to share with people who are there in the call with us right now. Some of them are seeking this path. So
Right, Aditi. Like, see, I have plenty of things to share, but like only one thing I wanted to say, like, which recently happened at home, because we were talking about many good things, but like there are challenges. For example, like I feel like both. I mean, any kid is smart and unique in their way. When Kavin is choosing a path, like because he's so interested in basketball, so like he wanted to be a basketball player. Then I was talking to him about the challenges to become a player, because I feel like there are lots of politics in the system and society. So I wanted him to choose something else, like no guiding him, like why don't you try out something? But he would come up and say like, Amma, this is my passion. I cannot leave this. Then when I was talking to him, he said, okay, see, don't force me your ideas. Okay. And so like I'm living a happy life. What I'm doing is satisfactory for me. This is what like my choice. So when when the kids are homeschooled, when they are left independently, when their thoughts are independent, they'll always come back and say, okay, this is what I wanted to do. So like finally the outcome is he says, I'm happy with what I'm doing. So
so Gloria, are you calling them as challenges or you're calling them as a joy of life? Because the child is able to come and communicate with you and
correct. But the challenge here is like as a parent we need to be able to accept that,
receive that. Yeah.
Receive that, yes.
Yeah.
So the system is like what we feel like earning more money and this settling is that notion will have it at our mind. But actually, according to that kid, I'm happy. That is my success. So we should be able to accept that. So
that's quite beautiful. Yeah,
correct.
very nice. Yeah. So yeah, any one of you would like to connect with them? Mahin has put the phone number. And for Tarun, I would like Ratnesh to interact with you. You have a couple of questions, or anybody else also who has question for Arohi or what is that homeschooling or community support you want to? Ratnesh can.
Yeah, hi. Tarun, sorry, you might have to just
It's here. It's here. Go
tell me
little
the
up.
question again, please.
Yeah, I'll tell. It's here.
Okay, so Tarun is asking, okay, I'll just read out each of his question and kind of spill out my answer. He's asking, is it a school? No, it is not a school. Arohi is a community of families who don't want to go to school, who typically are unschoolers, homeschoolers, whatever, and we get together and typically children, not typically, all children learn what they want to learn or do what they want to do, very much like how Kevin and Talir are pretty much doing what they are doing, right? So it's a community, and you're asking, can a child join Arohi from any part of Bangalore? Yes, from any part of Bangalore, from any part of India, from any part of this world. And if there are some children outside this universe, outside this planet, they are also welcome. The next question is, how does Arohi work? Well, Arohi doesn't really work by itself. The children here make it work. Each child comes here and or connects from their home and works. Just like again, I would say how in their household, my hands and glory's household, Kevin and Talir and Mahin and Glory, all four are working. In the sense, each one is doing what they want to do. So, and they're all supporting each other. In the same way, all the children and all the families and all of us together support each other. If that is confusing, and you can ask me a follow-up question. But yeah, pretty much it's a question of all supporting all rather than some one particular person supporting. Yeah. So that's the series of questions that you had, and I think I've at least basic questions answered. I'm sure this has raised more questions, so you can go ahead and please ask me. You can come on mic, that will make it more quicker. If you want to chat, or anybody wants to chat, you can ask through chat. Yeah, Tarun, did I answer some of your questions? I can obviously more in detail. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, anybody else has any question about Arohi? So right now, Arohi is the campus is not open till we figure out a way to or time to open it. Taran is asking how to take admission. Well, there is no admission because it's not a school. It's a community. So you join a community as a family, not as a child. So the whole family joins the community. You can just look up our website. The basic information is there, and then you can get in touch with any one of us if you like to know more about. And then the joining of the community just takes one form to fill. That's as simple as that. So you can look at roilife.org/join, or you can WhatsApp to Aditi on. I'm giving Aditi's number, so you can WhatsApp her there, or you can call me on my number. So yeah, that is. So it's as I said, it's more of it's not really a process to join, but more of exchange of informations and thoughts and needs and wants between you and between us. And you also, if you want to speak to more other parents in the community, you can speak to more parents. So I can also send all of that. Yeah, you can also type your email ID in the chat and I can send you that information in your mails. So I can kind of revert back to you quickly with all the information. Taran is saying, I'm a teacher by profession. Can I join as a teacher? No, Taran, we have no teachers here. Rather, everybody is a teacher. All children, all adults, everything around us is a teacher. So we really don't have a concept of a teacher. Anybody can learn from anybody. So you can definitely join the community, but not as a teacher. You are joining as Taran. And as I said, in any case, just the child doesn't join the community. It's always the family which joins. So if you want you and your children to be part of it, you will be part of the community, but not as a teacher, definitely. As I would say, as a learner, I think Mahin and Glory was also talking about, it's all about the whole family learning, right, Mahin? It's not just the child learning.
Holistic learning.
Yeah. Okay. I think Amrit Kaur is saying thank you to Mahin and Glory. I also need to say thank you to both of you for this lovely session, lovely hearing from you. I always feel that the more we talk about it, the more we meet different families, I think that really helps. So that is our reason for this Saturday webinar. Try to bring more families whom you all can connect with and we all can learn from. And we were lucky to have Mahin and Glory here today with us. And yeah, next Saturday would be another family and so on. So that's the whole idea, for you to connect with as many stories. Each family is different, each child is different. They do their journey of living and learning differently. And yeah, that's the whole idea, learn from each other. That's what community, and I would say not just community, life is all about. And there are no better two people I know, both Glory and Mahin, who exemplify that. You ask them anything, they're always ready to help you and support you. So that's the amazing thing about them. Okay, yes, Mritika, you please connect with us. You have our numbers. Right, Mahin. So once again, thanks, and Glory also thanks very much.
Thank you, Ratnesh, and thank you, Aditi, and thank you all the members.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
just to remind, the place is beautiful. If your child wants to do internship, know about computers, know about upcycling, recycling, cycling, and they should get in touch with all kinds of cycling.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Somebody's speaking. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Nandini. Okay.
Yes, Nandini.
I have two daughters. One is studying in second PUC and second one is in 8th standard.
Mm-hmm.
Up to what age can they learn from this Arohi?
Well, Nandini says 0 to 99. So if they fall in that range, they're pretty much there.
No,
because learning isn't about an age. Learning is more
what
about.
Exactly is that after 10th, they will in school, they will tell that 10th pass, 12th pass, like that. Afterwards, it's is that degree or PG like that? I am asking that one.
No, I'm not sure I understood your question. You meant to say, do children give 10th and all? Is that what you want to ask? Sorry, I'm not sure.
No, in the school, they up to the 10th, they will conduct the exam, no?
Sure.
They will give the certificate for 10th. Afterwards, they provide the certificate for 12th standard or second PUC like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any conditions for that one in this online exams and all?
No, Arohi, we don't really talk about any exams or any certificate, or it's more like daily fail and daily pass. Right? We daily make mistakes, we daily fail, and we daily learn from it, and we move ahead. So children here don't necessarily give an exams. If a child wants to give an exams, child gives through NIOS, NOL, or IGCSE. But if there's so many children who don't want to give exam, and they just continue learning, doing the way they want to do. So it's a community. So again, we don't expect anybody to have given any exam, any pass or fail. In fact, more fail the better, because life is all about failures and learning from your failures and so on. So I'm not still sure I've completely understood your question. So whatever's coming to my mind, I'm blabbering. So you can please ask me. I'm also seeing the time. So if people want to step out, you can step out. If people want to ask me specific questions to Arohi, you can hang around. I can be with you.
No, my name is Venkatesh. I'm Nandini's husband.
Yeah, Venkatesh.
She's a little bit confused. I know Mahin. It's okay. My daughter is studying in 8th standard. Okay, second daughter. Mm-hmm. She wanted to continue in homeschool system, but the first daughter is already passed the first PU, and she is about to take the exam for second PU. Okay, her intention is to do for the pure science and research thing.
Okay. So
for second daughter, we wanted to know if I want to decide for homeschooling, how to go about that. See whether in case in future, probably everyone look for the certification for whether you wanted to go for job or something which you want to prove it. Certification is the proved thing you have completed this. So how to go about that? That is her question.
Well, first thing I would like to say, and I would even take Mahin's opinion and Glory's opinion, is that certificate is not necessary for us to live our life. We can very much get jobs and we can very much do a lot of things without certificate. And perhaps it's more joyful also, because then I don't end up spending time in getting a certificate. Rather, I learn things more practically through apprenticeship, through doing things, through doing projects and all that. So first of all, it's not necessary to give 10th, 12th college to be able to get a job. You can get jobs without giving any 10th, 12th college also. You can live your life gainfully with enough cash in your bank to without a certificate. So that's one aspect of it. And if at all the child wants to give a examination and go to a particular college or for any specific purpose, they're still free to give the examination, as I said, through NIOS or IGCSE. Normally these two methods. Yeah. But as such, so if your daughter who is in 8th now, if later on she wants to give an exam, she can still give. If she wants to continue her learning journey without going to 10th, 12th college, that is very much possible. And I would say equal or maybe even more opportunities are there when you don't get caught up with 10th, 12th in college thing. But I would like to hear Mahin's opinion also on this.
Hey, first of all, hey, Venkatesh, thanks for joining. I know Vibha. I know both of them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Actually, see, homeschooling, yeah, through homeschooling can go back to normal, like online itself. But in spite of that, if they want to get clarified, they can go to those contact where be able to help them.
Sir, in colleges and all, they will conduct the practicals and all. Okay. In this open classes, is there anything like
much.
that?
Because when Kavin appeared for 10th class, we conducted lab for, I think, math and science. For 12th, yes, you will have chemistry, physics, all labs. So there are schools. For example, he did from Al-Amin school in Lalbagh. Yeah, they conduct, they'll train you on the various experiments and you do a lab. That's there.
We have to go to that schools and colleges for experiments, for practicals and all.
Yeah, you will find the nearest school which is supporting this. If you go to the NIOA site, they'll give list of schools. You can choose any school which is nearby to your place, and this is only during the exam, last 1 month or 1.5 months. That's it.
And one more thing.
And especially on Saturdays, not on the weekdays.
Okay, okay. After 12th also, is it possible to study online?
Yeah, after 12th already you have a lot of options.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How many options is there in science like that?
Actually, nothing. That is depends on the individual's interest, because after 12, if you want to get into a website development, if you want to get into so many options are there, am I right? After 12. Only thing is, again, you need to see whether you want to do a certified course or you want to join a college. So there are a lot of options after 12.
No, my elder daughter, as you know that Vibha, she wants to study pure science.
Okay.
Is it possible?
No, again, I'm not.
Can I little interrupt?
Please.
Yeah, Nandini, I understand your daughter's name is Vibha, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I were in your place, I will let Vibha find this out. I think at this age, actually at any age, but definitely at this age, she is perfectly capable of finding out that there are thousands of options to get into pure sciences all over the country as well as all over the world. I think we just need to we stop worrying and let them lead. Let them find out what they are looking for, and they can easily find it out. That is the beauty of information age. All information is available on fingertips. As Mahin is saying, there are so many options. So many options that she has to do the research, not you, not me, not Mahin. That is what unschooling and open learning is all about, letting the child lead her life, not we start kind of building everything for the child. Then the whole point is lost. Are you getting my point of view? So I think it's important that we give that leadership in their hand and say, okay, go ahead, find out what you want to do and figure out, and let us know where we need to do anything.
Excuse me, uncle.
Yes.
I'm the second daughter of Nandini. Vaibhavi.
Yes, Vaibhavi.
I have a doubt that in school extra activities classes, but seriously.
Hey, Pooja, I think your voice is breaking.
Seriously, because Nandini is in our class.
Sorry, we are not able to hear you. Your voice is breaking. Can you please repeat?
In school, they conduct extra classes for extra activities like music, dance.
Mm-hmm.
But how about homeschooling? In homeschooling, how do they do?
In homeschooling, there are no classes for anything, neither for your subjects or nor for. There are no subjects. There are no nothing. There is you, and you decide. You get up in the morning and decide what all I want to learn today. Do I want to play football? Do I want to do crochet? Do I want to do swimming? Do I want to learn physics? Do I want to climb a tree? Do I want to travel? Do I want to do programming? Do I want to play chess? You decide what all you want to do in your day, in your week, in your month. And then wherever you need help, that's where your family and the community is there to support you. But the leader is you. Your Vaibhavi's leader is Vaibhavi, not anybody else who will decide what all classes we will do. No class here. How does that sound, Vaibhavi? Where you are deciding every day, every week, every month, every year.
I want to be independent and study independently, but
no, you are independent in deciding, but you don't need to study independently. You can study with others also, whoever you want to study with, right? It is not about being alone. It is not about even being self-sufficient. You can get somebody to teach you. You can work with other children or other adults and learn. So it's not about being self-sufficient or anything. It's about leading yourself and then seeing what help you need. Is there a difference, right? It's not about that you have to study alone and you only have to do everything. No, wherever you need help, take help. Or wherever you want to have company and do with other children or other people, do it with them. Is that kind of making some sense? More obviously, we can talk more. You can give me a call and we can talk more and I can give more examples. But if you still have a question right now, you can ask me.
No.
Which is what Mahin uncle was sharing for their children. So Talir and Kevin both decide what they want to do, and then their parents, Mahin and Glory, they help and support them in whatever help and support they need. So the children decide what they want for themselves.
by the way, I know Pooja, I know Vibha, they are very brilliant kids. Now I think the baton from the parent they need to give to their daughters. They can rock the world. Both are
Absolutely.
brilliant kids, and I know Vibha has coming in a couple of business meetings, and she was. I think Venkatesh and Nandini. I think now you should not worry about your daughters. They can figure it out what they can do, and there are, as Ratnesh clearly mentioned, it's a community. They can take the help. They can take the help, and they can take the resources what they want, what interests them.
I can support. Told them very clearly, if you wish, you can do it.
Yeah.
See, it is fully, I can give, but rest of the 90%, they have to put the effort for that. So we cannot force them for anything, no?
Yes. Thank you, Venkatesh and family, for joining this. I didn't.
Thank you, man. Yesterday I seen. Thanks for given opportunity to.
I would recommend you to visit Arohi. It's a beautiful campus. Now we can't do, but anyway, once it opens, and we used to go once in 6 months or a year, go and stay there for a couple of days.
Where it is? Where it is?
It's in Kelamangalam, in Hosur, near to Hosur railway station. I think it's a beautiful campus, and I really enjoy that campus. You should visit.
True. Okay, fine. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so I think we can pause here. I use the word pause just to indicate that anytime any one of you need any support, just like how Mahen mentioned, he is open to support. We all as a Arohi community are there to support, and we are all there. So just pick up the phone, give us a call or email us or WhatsApp us. We are there to support you in your journey of unschooling or open learning. Yeah, so that's why I call this just as a pause. So thank you once again, Mahen, and maybe just some closing from Mahen.
Yeah, I think I enjoy the session because as I mentioned during the start, we are not here to promote homeschooling or do a marketing pitch. No, not at all. But if this could help somebody, we are here. That's it. Anyway, thanks to all my friends who have joined this webinar and also to other participants. Thank you so much. And I really thank Aditi and Ratne.
Thanks to each one of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.